currently work 4 jobs, as you may or may not be aware of. It is exhausting. I am exhausted. It is not sustainable, and I know it. And I am creating an exit plan or strategy. My goal is to curate the life of my dreams, one task at a time. I'm working on an exit strategy, and I am going to document and share that journey with you guys here. What is up, budgeting family and friends? My name is Sharia. This is the Sharia Mac channel, where I am normally documenting our debt-free journey as as an entrepreneurial licensed clinical social worker with my very own virtual private practice, also working 3 additional jobs, along with my husband, who is a maintenance supervisor, who also buys and flips cars and does real estate on the side. We have been on our journey since October of 2023, and I have been hustling since. What started out as private practice and just a part-time job has now, and a consulting position, has now turned into private practice, a contracting position, an overnight triage position, which is full-time, and then a PRN crisis counselor position. And although I've only been doing all of them since September of 2024, this is not sustainable. I am aware of it. I am exhausted. My life feels rushed, and this is just not where I had expected to be at this age and this stage in my life. I recently had this epiphany. I was working out and I was laying down on the mat in between reps, and I took a deep breath to really sit in that moment and realized I don't like where I'm at. I don't like what my life has become, and I have got to do something different so that I am not still in this space a year from now. And so I have been binge watching how to reinvent myself, starting over at 30, 40, 50, what to do if you are this, what to do if 6 months to do this, 12 months to do this. And I am really feeling inspired to do something different with my life. And so I want to incorporate that into this journey as well, because I do still feel like my financial journey, or our financial journey, is a big part of where we see ourselves in so many years. I'm going to start off with a little background on what my day-to-day looks like and a little more description about my jobs. So first of all, my private practice, I see clients in my private practice Tuesday through Friday. I am at a point where I'm only seeing no more than 4 appointments between the hours of 1 and 5. So I will typically have a 1 or 1:30 all the way up, and I take the latest appointment at 5:30. So I'm getting out of those therapy appointments at the latest by 6:30 at night. That is, again, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I am no longer working Saturdays in my private practice, which is absolutely a plus. My overnight triage counselor position is Thursday, 10 p.m. to Tuesday, 6:30 a.m. Now, Thursdays, Sundays, and Mondays, I work from 10 to 6:30 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays, I work from 11:30 to 8 a.m. There is the option to do overtime, and that schedule comes out at the end of every month for the following month. It is a first come, first served basis, and that is reimbursed at $45 per hour. And I typically like to sign up for no more than 2 4-hour overtime shifts. And as the months go by, depending on how I feel, I may take on additional shifts. The PRN counselor position is supposed to also be, it is PRN, but it's supposed to be overnight. I had signed originally, I was hired to do the overnight shift, which will be 11 to 7. But I'm still in training. I was originally told that training, there was a 8-hour day requirement, and then the remaining 40 hours would be whenever I could fit them in. So I wasn't anticipating doing training every week since September, but I have been in training sometimes from 8 to 12 to 15 hours per week. I've recently scaled it down after the holidays to no more than 8 hours. So I will do 2 4-hour shifts for the training. And once I get 20 calls, I'm supposed to be able to go off on my own. And right now I think I'm at about 12 calls. So that is an additional 8 hours out of my day out of my week. And typically I will do those on a Tuesday, which is when I get off of my overnight triage counselor position, and a Friday. Lastly, I have the consulting position, which has now turned into a contracting position. When it was consulting, I could schedule my own hours, but once it became contracted, I was obligated, or I signed the contract agreeing to 9 to 4 on Mondays and 9 to 1 on Wednesdays. Originally on Mondays, I had to be in the office, but that was too much for me. So I had asked the owner to go back to the consulting position. She tried to work with me, and I no longer have to report in the office. Both of my days are work from home days. So that is a plus. But again, that is an additional 12 hours in the week. And typically, I am probably getting 4 to 6 hours of sleep during the evening when I am on shift, when I am working my overnight triage position. And then when I'm off, I am resting when I am tired. So if that means I call out of the PRN job to rest, I do that. If that means I cancel an obligation or an event on the weekends, I do that as well, just to get rest. The problem with that is, again, it's not sustainable. It has led to, again, reduced sleep, and I typically get 8 to 10 hours of sleep before I took on all this responsibility. I was getting anywhere between 8 and 10 hours of sleep. The other concern is that I have an autoimmune disease, and stress obviously triggers flares. Luckily, because I am intentional and I am aware of the impact stress has on my autoimmune disease, I am very intentional about self-care and resting when I am tired. So I have not had any flares yet, but that is still a concern. And this is another reason why doing all of these jobs is not sustainable. Lastly, the busy schedule has just impacted my day to day. And sometimes I see myself getting frustrated. Like when my mom wants to call and talk, I feel like I don't have time to just sit on the phone. The same with my daughters. I have forgotten appointments within my own private practice. I don't have the time, or I don't make the time to prioritize growing and scaling my private practice. I actually have a social media manager on staff that I pay every single month. She creates the content. She curates the content that she wants me to create, but sometimes I'm so busy I don't even have time to batch record or record the things she wants me to record to post on my Instagram business page. And so also I have a blog that I would really like to get up and running. And I also would love to do a podcast, but I just don't have the time on my plate to put additional things on my plate that I really want to do. So that takes me into my exit plan. So first, I don't want a lot of pressure to be on my husband. And that is why because I can get these higher paying positions and these flexible positions, I take them on. As soon as I pay off my car, I'm most likely going to drop the PRN job and dedicate those 8 hours to working more into my YouTube channel, as well as into my blog and my business page, so that one, if not all, as well as my TikTok, my business TikTok, coaching TikTok is nearly at 10K, and that will have me the opportunity to get monetized. And so as soon as that happens, whichever happens first. But as soon as I get my car paid off, I am going to decrease the hours that I am working for someone else and pour more hours into building my own businesses and brands. So my car is currently sitting at $24,900. The goal is to have my car paid off on or before June 30th. And that leaves us with March, April, May, and June. And that breaks down to $6,225, which means that most likely, because I'm not generating any income anywhere else, with some affiliate income, but because I'm not generating income from anywhere else, that means that I most likely will be picking up additional shifts between both of those jobs so that I can meet that goal of the $6,225 towards my car to have it paid off by June 30th. The next thing is I am shifting from therapy sessions 100% or one-on-one therapy sessions to content creation. My goal, as well as I am developing a coaching program, and I want to, well, that's the same thing as content creation. I also want to get my budgeting template. I want to be able to create more content around my budgeting template to possibly generate some income from that as well. Next, I really want to transition out of one-on-one therapy sessions to maybe some paid speaking engagements. I am working on developing a coaching program for therapists who want to walk out of their agency into their private practice, and working with them on how to create content to attract, or a social media marketing plan to attract clients from social media into their private practice. Next, I also want to do creation specifically around women, encouraging and helping, while I'm also documenting my own journey, helping and coaching and encouraging and empowering women 40 plus to redesign their life on their own terms, which can include financial freedom without the sacrifice of your lifestyle, redesigning whatever that looks like. For me, it's very massive. I want a very curated life, and I think being in my 40s gave me the confidence with everything that I've gone through, has given me the confidence to know that it can happen for me. I just have to make it happen for me. And then lastly, I will be setting boundaries when it comes to work. So somewhere around April or May, I am going to put in the request for my overnight triage counselor position to go to 4 10-hour days, or either go to 32 hours. So my schedule will most likely look like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and then I'm off Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. I will start using Monday afternoons. I spend Mondays with my mom and my parents, because that was one of the things on my 2025 bingo card, is to spend more time with my parents. So on Monday afternoons, I do go to my parents' house and I sit with them, and typically I'll make that an administrative day. And then hopefully I can start to reduce or eliminate sessions on Friday, so that can be a full content day, whether that is batch recording creating YouTubes, shorts, Instagrams, TikToks, as well as writing out blogs, or doing the research for blogs and all of the work that goes into that. I would love for Fridays to be a full content day. And when I get to the point of generating $1,000 to $2,000 from the content that I create, I will most likely reduce my hours within the contracting position. I am not at the point, I don't see myself holding on to the overnight triage counselor position for a long time, but that is the position that provides the insurance for my family. Now, my husband is currently looking for a new job, and having good insurance benefits is absolutely a must. And if that happens, or when that happens for him, then not working the overnight triage counselor position will then become a possibility. Also, I plan to be more intentional about the work hours and the work that I do, more intentional about the time that I spend, and increasing the quality of the time that I spend with my loved ones, my husband, my children. I do have 2 children who are in college. They're not, well, one child is on her own. The other child is in college. They're not too far from each other, and I really could kill 2 birds with 1 stone if I had the time to go visit them. So that is something that I want to start to do more routinely. With the kids that I have here, obviously with the 12-year-old that we still have in our home, being sure to spend as much time with him as possible, because I feel like I'll look up and he'll be an adult as well. But also starting to transition into that empty nest phase for the both of us, and as well as in our marriage. So those are all the things that I really am looking forward to. Obviously, being debt free. I do want another home. I want a waterfront property, and I know people are like, oh, you're trying to get out of debt just to get back in debt. I also want to own real estate. We are currently working on building our real estate portfolio so that becoming work optional or being work optional, it becomes an option for us. So those are things that we have in like our 5 to 10 year plan. As far as the next year, this is my focus, and I plan to break it down in areas of my life and exactly how I want to, or what I want those areas of my life to look like. That has been a common theme that I've seen across those I am reinventing myself, I am starting over videos that I have been binge watching here lately. So I'm excited. If you are ready to redesign your life, whether you're 20, just getting out of college, you're 30, looking back at your 20s, like what did I do with my time? Or you're 40, headed into the empty nester phase, or just becoming a parent. If you are wanting to redesign your life and you are looking for tips, tricks, and encouragement and empowerment to do so, absolutely click the follow button or the subscribe button so that you do not miss any part of my journey and any of the tips and tricks and empowerment and techniques that I am documenting and sharing with you. If you are interested in, again, if you're interested in redesigning your life and you don't know where to start, here are a few tips. First of all, when it comes to finances, you want to know how much money you're making and exactly where your money is going. And I have a really great budgeting template over here, and I document my weekly budgets, my monthly budgets on that budgeting template if you want to kind of get a feel of it to see if it is for you. If you are interested in it, it is linked in the bio, in the description box below. Next, I also have a budgeting guide if you're not really aware of like how to even start tracking your money and how to develop a budget that is effective for you. That is a free download, and it is available again also in the description link. The link is in the description box below. Lastly, you want to map out the next 6 to 12 months, 2 years, or 5 to 10 years of your life and exactly what you want that to look like. And you want to get very clear as possible. I have been just walking around my house and looking at how I want things to look. I have obviously changed my appearance with cutting my hair and dyeing it, and I'm working on curating a wardrobe. I'm not keen on the capsule wardrobe just because I'm creative and I like to express my creativity in my wardrobe. So I'm not quite yet at the point of a capsule wardrobe, but I am taking out pieces that I no longer enjoy and trying to fill those spaces with more quality. I am definitely in the quality over quantity phase of my wardrobe, so that is absolutely important. And I love thrifting. If you want to see a thrift haul, then make sure to let me know down in the comment section below, and I will try to get one of those up for you soon. And then if you are done with burnout, you are done with hustle culture, and you are ready to redesign your life, drop a comment below and tell me what is your exit plan. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you do not miss any part of this series of Redesigning My Life at 42. And I do want you to be a part of what this journey is. And if you have any tips and tricks, if you have done this recently, or if you are always redesigning and reinventing yourself, please make sure to drop some helpful hints. I would love to be part of that conversation down in the comment section below. I thank you so very much for watching. I know this is not my typical type of content, but I was excited to start documenting this journey. Although the scariest thing about change is not seeing that the change is happening. So trying to find small pivot points or small wins or small progress, documenting my progress is going to be very important, and I hope you guys will be here to hold me accountable. Again, thank you so very much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next one, back on my regular schedule of my content with weeks 2, 3, and 4 of February's budget, as well as February budgets closeout. I hope you will be here for those as well, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.